All right, let's get going, shall we? Game. Is anyone in chat right now? I want to know if I started chat properly. Uh, just send a little hello world message. There we go. Okay. So hello to the one person who's here. It occurred to me I didn't send anything out on Discord. Let me quickly go ahead and do that. Just make sure people know that this is a thing. Probably should have checked this beforehand, but that would involve being professional, and I've made no claims towards professionalism. Might as well start up that like sweet stream sound effect again, just to give us all something to listen to while I do my Discord nonsense. If it would load, honestly. Wow, okay, so the river sound effect does not want to play. Really? Computer, why is everything going so slow? Discord is taking an actual age and a half to start up. And back. I don't know where she could be, Andy. CPC Gamer, whatever you prefer. I'm just dropping it in your Discord, and then I'm going to be ready to go. Didn't want to start before we had people here to keep me company, so I would know that I'm not screaming out into the void. So, one thing, just before we get started, you hop into the options. I just turned on the right mouse button interrupts and hearing impaired assistance, because I thought I had those on. They were not. Gonna give it, let's say, until 6:05, and then we can keep going. Last time we went, I think it's one mission past the halfway point of the game, wherein we learn that Acme has anti-time travel bars, but didn't decide to put the time criminals into that jail cell or something. Very bizarre decision. Incredibly bizarre. But so now we have to go scrounge everyone back up again. And if I remember correctly, this is where a few of the trickier puzzles in the game start showing up. That said, given the glorious job I did of getting through some of the puzzles last time, well, we'll see. We will see. I think I said 6:05. I think. Am I impatient? Yeah. Let's keep going. Right back in the time tunnel.
You're speeding toward the coast of Spain in 1493, where an Atlantic Ocean traveler is lost at sea. The folks who financed his trip are mucho worried, so you'd better try to find out what's causing the delay. Charting unknown waters is rock-solid specialty, so he'll come along as your good guide. Good luck, Detective. I sure hope you don't get seasick.
Oh, I remember this one. Are they good memories?
We've hit Spain in the year 1493. Oh. That must be Queen Isabella right over there. You know, Isabella earned a place in history by supporting the explorations of Christopher Columbus. But at the moment, the Senora looks royally upset.
Disaster! Columbus has not returned from his voyage to China. I can only guess that he has been lost at sea. My advisors warned me that his plan would sink.
Hey, it sounds like one of Carmen's crooks has put a crimp in Columbus's plans. Let's talk with the Queen and see what we can do.
Would it really be so bad if Columbus didn't reach the Americas? Would it really be that bad? Ouch.
Say, this map seems related to the voyages of Diego Gomez, the Portuguese captain who coasted down the coast of Africa. Diego's voyage gave Portugal an exploration edge over Spain. For a while, anyway.
As exploration edge, not talking about any of the people who were explored.
Greetings. You are welcome in the royal court of Spain, although you've come at an unhappy time.
Why are you so
Christopher Columbus sailed away 8 months ago to find a westward route to China, but he has not returned. I fear his decision to sail west was not the best.
Right? Can we help?
If Columbus is safe and sound, he must be found. He sailed west, so you must too, to find him. You may take this ocean map for the westward journey.
I enjoy this.
Most sailors reach China by sailing around Africa and heading east. Columbus insisted that since the world is round, he could reach China faster by sailing west instead. I'm searching for the fastest trade route to China. Marco Polo indeed. His route runs across land and takes far too long. A sea route to China will be faster, and ships can carry more goods than camels. The Portuguese already have an eastward sea route, so I hope to find a faster way to the west.
So,
that's the ocean chart Queen Isabella gave us.
Good luck crossing the vast ocean. May the wind and current be always at your back.
I'm being a bit quiet because I'm having flashbacks.
We're almost ready to cast off. But first, let's learn to navigate. Use the mast to adjust the sail. When the sail is open, we'll blow with the wind. But when the sail is closed, we'll drift with the current instead. When you're ready, ring the ship's bell to start moving.
Let's grab that first.
You found a message in a bottle, and it looks like part of Carmen's notes. Keep this up and we'll have Carmen bottled up tight soon enough.
When the crime is done, use all your smarts to inside the room of charts. Yeah, let's read our chart. So, who here likes trial and error? Let's just get going.
Smooth move. The compass says we're now pointing west. Let's observe the wind and the current. The wind is heading west, and the current is going east. Columbus is somewhere to the west, so the wind looks like our best bet. Try opening the sail to catch the wind, then ring the bell. Aye, aye, Captain. The sail is open, so westward blowing will now be going. Hold on to your hat.
Still the sharks? Ah! So.
Good sailing, Captain.
I don't know if the difficulty here is because I was
keep a close eye on the wind and current conditions and adjust the sail to keep us heading towards Columbus.
Or if this is actually as nonsense as I remember it being. Going. Yep.
Nice navigating. Now we're aiming east.
Okay, now we need to follow the current.
At your behest, we're now pointing west.
Oh no. Rock Solid's gonna say something every time he navigates. It's Japan all over again.
We're now pointing to the south.
Do we... Okay, so the currents are probably gonna follow the coast of Africa. Let's try the sails. Ah, excellent. I just didn't. Oh, right. Sorry. Just realized why I didn't see the bot. I have that channel on mute because it causes me anxiety when people are like, "Oh, I'm streaming now and I can't get to it." So, oops, I double advertised. Excellent. Going.
At your behest, we're
going
now
west.
pointing west.
I'm gonna try removing that. That takes me north.
The compass is needling north, and we're matching it. When the sail is closed, we'll drift with the current.
No, that's not what I wanted.
After that move, we're now easing eastward.
So the frustrating thing is I can't see the... I think I want to go south. I want to go current. Wind. We've started with one of the more infuriating puzzles.
Nice
We're going to be here a
exposure.
while.
That's a great view to the south.
I might actually start using the make the game shut up with a right-click button. It's an advanced technique.
At your behest,
And
we're
you
now
would-
pointing west.
To use the wind. No, that was wrong.
We're now pointing to the south.
Let's use it again. Let's
After
use the
that
wind
move,
again.
we're now easing eastward.
Okay. I mean,
The compass is needling north, and we're matching
this puzzle is frustrating specifically because there's no way of knowing where the wind and current are gonna take you until you hit the bell. Which is just so infuriating. I have distinct memories of mapping out the entire ocean because I kept getting things wrong.
it. At your behest, we're now pointing west.
Oh, this is such a glorious puzzle to start the game with. So,
We're now aiming toward the wild, wild west.
I'm gonna try going current again. No, that's wrong. Wait, no, it's fine. Fine.
Nice exposure. That's a great view to the south.
Let's current again.
Nice navigating. Now we're aiming east.
So. Oh no, I can't. Was it current or wind? Going, I can't. Yeah, there's physically no way of. Is there a?
The wind is blowing to the east.
Oh god.
I believe the current is sweeping south.
That
When the sail is closed,
that simplifies
we'll
my
drift
life
with the
so
current.
much. Wow. So the game did give me a way of gathering information. Cool.
Nice navigating. Now we're aiming east.
Oh my god, and you
The
can see it
wind
in the
is blowing
animations.
north.
Can someone just tie me up and throw me in the ocean, please?
Our ship is now nosing due north.
Should be following the wind.
At your behest, we're now pointing west.
Following the current is now what we want to do. Want to follow
At your behest.
Want to follow the current again.
We're now pointing to the south.
Then we want to do the wind. Such riveting gameplay.
At your behest, we're now pointing west.
I think we want to do the wind again.
Nice exposure. That's a great
Now we want
view
the
to the
current.
south.
Okay, yeah, because we're trying to get down to that square right there.
We're now aiming toward the wild, wild west.
Let's current again. Imagine if this is how real ocean navigation worked. Just had to, like...
We're now pointing to the south.
You had to listen to Rock Solid tell you which direction you were pointing every single time it changed.
We're now aiming toward the wild, wild west.
Okay, I can keep going straight because of the wind.
At your behest, we're now pointing west.
On a south.
We're now pointing to the south.
I'm gonna go by the wind. And just so you know, I'm pretty sure the game asks us to do this twice. I have distinct memories of that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope so much that I am wrong. And there we go.
All right, we've reached the West Indies. Let's hit the beach and look for Columbus.
I'm gonna take a sip of my drink.
Say, I think we've made a discovery of our own. We've found Captain Christopher Columbus.
Gentlemen, I assure you I have everything under control. After all, I'm Christopher Columbus. I'll find a way home.
This scene feels sort of familiar, eh, fellow Norseman? But a bunch of sailors arguing on a beach doesn't mean a thing.
Fun pun, Rock Solid.
What Europeans called the New World was old news to these natives, who had a thriving culture here when Columbus arrived.
The less said about what happened to that culture after he arrived, the better, apparently.
I must be in China. These plants smell like cinnamon and rhubarb, plants that grow near China and Japan.
These plants might smell like cinnamon and rhubarb, but they aren't. Misleading evidence like this helps convince Columbus that he'd reached China rather than a whole new continent.
Just because the music just decided to pick up a notch, I just want to say that the automated content detection, whatever, really didn't like this game. And it was mostly because of the sections in China and Japan where it's like, something that sounds vaguely like traditional instruments. Oh boy. Clearly, it's this other video.
Please, don't rile up my anxious crew. You'd think they'd love being trapped in a paradise. But instead, they just want to get home to Spain.
Stop prioritizing, like... Never mind.
Oh, my charts,
Let's
my
talk to the
charts.
blowhard.
I'm getting island fever without them. How I long to see again the noble plains of Spain.
Okay, thanks.
The ocean charts I created on my westward voyage was stolen, and now my men are making waves. They refuse to sail back across the sea without a good map for navigation.
Well, my map is
A
garbage.
grubby-looking thief
so...
wormed his way on board, posing as one of my crew and hooked my charts. Then he sailed off with one of
So
my
that's
ships,
gonna be a problem.
the Pinta. My sailors are a suspicious lot. They won't set sail until they see the charts that prove I know the way home.
My sailors are so superstitious. They want to know that they're not going to drown. What jerks.
That sturdy sea chest has a bad case of lockjaw. Too bad we don't have a key. These ships were armed with two types of cannon, large bombardas and smaller espingardes, which fired granite balls and lead shot.
Fantastic
Ouch.
pronunciation, Ron. Think we can give this chart to him?
Sorry, but I'm far too busy to sign autographs right now. Look me up once I find a way to return to Spain.
What a jerk, honestly.
Hey, no passing notes to my crew. You want to start a mutiny?
Would that be a bad thing at this point? Is there anywhere we can go right now? Obviously does not... Guy's not accepted my chart. Which is fair. Garbage.
Ask away, matey.
How can we help him do this?
Sounds like he really needs a map to get sailing again.
But I have map.
This island lies near present-day Cuba. Columbus named it San Salvador, but the natives call it Guanahani.
I'm absolutely certain this is one of the islands at the outskirts of China or Japan. Where else could we be?
Quiet, you genocidal dumbass. Can't use it on the...
We meet again.
Alright.
Why, I am Christopher Columbus.
Sorry, we've been to China. This doesn't look anything like it.
Of course this is China. I sailed directly west from Spain to get here. And everyone knows that there's no other land between Spain and China. I'd prove it to you. Except someone stole my charts from that sea chest. What's this? Whoever stole my charts left behind a strange scrap of paper. Hardly a fair trade.
Say, that's a piece of the Carmen note. The thief
I
must have
see.
dropped it
You
in the
got to
chest when he
actually-
stole Columbus's charts.
Talk to this guy? Finding you will be a snap if you bring a different map.
All right, the map is safely inside. Phew, that's a load off my chest.
Wow, he's gonna be enough of an idiot that he's gonna look at that and go, wow!
We meet again.
A chart!
Forgive me
A
if I
chart,
seem
it appeared
upset, but my
again.
stolen charts are still missing.
Captain, have you looked in your chest lately? This is your doctor speaking. We are very concerned about your health.
What's this? There's a chart in my chest. It's not the original.
It
but
really
it has all
doesn't.
of the information to make an
really-
eastward sea journey.
You guys saw what was on that chart.
All right, men. I
When we,
forgot to mention that a great explorer
when we came
always
over.
carries
It's
a
purely
sight
for
in the map.
westward voyaging.
That was a brilliant way to get Columbus to examine our chart. Now he can head back for Spain, and we can join him. I suspect our thief plans to meet Carmen at a time portal in Europe, and we'll be there. It's good to be aboard ship again. Shall we take another look at our chart?
Oh no! Okay, so... It also feels like this
Nice navigating.
thick
Now
nautical
we're aiming east.
action has chased away everyone that was watching. I know this hasn't happened, but wow.
The compass is needling north, and we're matching it.
Thrilling nautical gameplay. I go north from here.
After that move, we're now easing eastward.
This is why Columbus going, oh yeah, this chart has all the information we need to go east again, is just so full of shit. I guess.
Good grief. I believe we've found the Sargasso Sea. The compass
Sargasso
is
Sea.
needling north, and we're matching it.
Follow the currents. Yep, still in the Sargasso.
The Sargasso Sea is a wide spread of seaweed floating in the Atlantic Ocean. Sailors like Columbus thought a ship could get stuck if it sailed into the tangle. Lucky for us, though, the seaweed is only a few inches thick, and ships can slide right through. Nice navigating. Now we're aiming east.
I know why the game feels like it needs to inform us of
After that move, we're now easing
what
eastward.
direction we're going, but we've got a compass right there.
Our ship is now nosing due north.
Okay.
After that move, we're now easing eastward.
Gotta follow the current.
The compass is needling north, and we're matching it.
That. Then I want to go south.
Nice navigating. Now we're aiming east.
Once we get back to Spain, let us never speak of this again.
We're now pointing to the... After that move, we're now easing eastward. After that move, we're now...
Current.
Our ship is now nosing due north.
Wind, current. No?
The compass is needling north, and we're matching it.
This almost makes me wish I had a face cam, just because I'm
Nice
cradling
navigating. Now
my
we're
head in
aiming
one
east.
hand. Because, this is
Nice navigating. Now we're
Oh.
aiming east.
Alright. Finally.
Ah, we're back in Europe at last. Let's hurry back to Spain and hook that crook.
Columbus, you've returned. We thought the sea had swallowed you up.
The sea is no match for Christopher Columbus. I made many great discoveries on my voyage, and I could not have returned without the aid of these helpful travelers. But now, Your Majesty, let's turn to that new
time.
title and those grand rewards we discussed.
I have a better idea. Let's outfit some more ships and send you back.
Mamma mia!
Turns out that no one wants you around.
Great grab. That completes the Carmen note.
The only child with a New World's face should be your crafty hiding place.
Hang on, I'll fire up the time cuffs for some arresting action.
Hey guys, do you see which map we might need to put the time cuffs on? I'll give you a second. The one we should have picked up on. Yeah, Rocksteady's back. Unfortunately, Rocksteady is about to leave because we're about to, Actually, yeah, before I rest it. So, does anyone see anything wrong with this map? In, like, 1490s Spain? Anyone see anything wrong with this map? Very much a one of these things is not like the other thing. Yeah, no. Maybe next time bring a
That's
historical...
a map of the New World. The only map which shows the American continent.
Carmen's Crux.
It's the one from Carmen's note.
Also, legitimate question. How do they hide behind that kind of thing?
Huh. We've put the lid back on Dr. Beljar. And this time, our case is airtight.
Well, you've taken the wind out of this doctor's sail. But I doubt if you'll put Carmen in jail.
Congratulations! You charted the way across the Atlantic, rescued Christopher Columbus, and put Dr. Beljar back in the can. Now, regular travel between Europe and the Americas can start. The biggest population shift in the history of the planet will happen thanks to your sailing skills.
Oh, is that a good thing, though?
You're doing great work, and we need you to keep it up. Another crime has struck another time. Can you take the case?
Yeah, sure. The first one only took me half an hour. Mostly because of some very tedious sailing mechanics.
You're heading for the height of Europe's Renaissance, Florence, Italy in 1505. But where there should be a masterpiece, there's just a lot of moping. See if you can cheer things up. I wouldn't think of sending you to the Renaissance without Renaissance. Great painter and good guide. Good luck, and remember to keep your detective work in perspective.
Okay, so I think we're meeting Leonardo da Vinci here.
Hey there, hipster. Where are we now, you ask? Let's see. Italy, 1505. Yes, it's a Renaissance, all right. That fellow over there is Leonardo da Vinci, my artistic idol. I wonder why he stopped painting.
Mona, how about the smile, eh? A little one. What good's my picture going to be without a smile? The smile's supposed to be the best part.
What is a smiling? What is a laughter? What is a happiness when a thief can march right in here and take advantage of the trust of a genius? I am not amused. Not amused at all.
I love how we just randomly have music. Rush.
That's Da Vinci's handwriting on the tile. Talk about setting your words down in stone.
Wow, yeah, no, totally, that's totally what his handwriting would have looked like.
Hello? I hope you haven't come to steal anything, because someone has beat you to it.
What's the matter, Leonardo?
I can't get my model to smile. Without that lovely smile, there's no painting.
Totally non-radical, dude. Totally non-radical.
I'm afraid I'm no good at telling jokes. I can paint, sculpt, design, and invent, but jokes have always eluded me.
Renee and
I'm a very
Mona run
serious
off.
man, you see.
Inadvertently ruining history.
I usually hire some amusing jesters, and the smiles last all day. But this morning, a strange night fellow came in and offered to build me a jesting machine, using my own spare parts. I love a clever machine, so I accepted.
Did it work?
It worked at first, but then there was a commotion, and the jesting just quit. The knight had vanished with my notebooks and damaged his machine during the escape. Now, the jesting machine is useless, and Mona isn't smiling.
Can we take a look at your machine?
That would be most kind
You know,
of you, as I'm very busy.
Because we brought
painting.
Renee and not
The
Ivan.
sketches on the back wall should help, and there are plenty of spare parts in the other room.
Alright. Let's look at these drawings on the wall. Alright, use the smallest gear wheel. Use a medium cam. And largest spring is the best.
Ciao!
Check this room. It's laid out in perspective. Perspective is an art trick allowing the representation of three-dimensional space on a flat surface. It should help us distinguish between the different sized parts in this room.
Oh god. Oh god, I hate it. Ugh. Okay, so we want the smallest here.
This one looks good. Try using the spare part on a section of the jesting machine. If it fits, that jester will soon be jumping for joy.
They're not all the same side. The puzzle is that it's laid out in perspective, so the further away ones look smaller. Right-hand side.
Nope, I don't think that part goes there. Try it on another area of the machine. Now that's what I call setting
there
the
we go.
wheels in motion. Let's watch it get rolling.
And we need the largest spring, so it's gonna be that one probably.
This one looks good. Try using the spare part on a section of the jesting machine. If it fits, that jester will soon be jumping for joy.
Also, can we appreciate just how much effort went into this heist? Oh yeah, I'll just build you a jesting machine. It'll be
Bingo!
great.
That's the right spring. Things will really be bouncing now.
It'll be fantastic. Everyone will love it. And we need a medium-sized cam. That one?
This one looks good. Try using the spare part on a section of the jesting machine. If it fits, that jester will soon be jumping for joy.
I just noticed we've not found any notes yet. Oh. Maybe one's like right there.
That C note means we're right on track.
They love the arts in Florence fair, and for such things we thieves do care.
Perfect fit. This
Okay,
piston
cool.
rod is ready to start rocking.
Echo! The machine is working again. And with Mona modeling, I might get some work of my own done.
Okay?
Perfecto! That's just the smile I want to see.
The mysterious smiling of a
enigmatic.
lady staring at
Ah.
a jesting machine.
My painting is finally finished, and it's a masterpiece, if I do say so myself. Mona, come with me. We're going to paint the town red.
Whoa!
boy.
That machine must have been the work of a vile villain, since no one in this age made a machine that could really fly.
You just picked up on that, Renee. You just
A
picked up
common
on
note.
that.
The thief must have dropped it while building the jester machine.
Your task today, my clever cook, will be to snatch Da Vinci's book. Oh. Did I miss this one? I think I missed that one.
That makes Carmen note number 3. Now for the hard part, figuring out her cunning little word games.
While others fret about a smile, I just beneath a lute drawn tile inscribed in Leo's writing style.
Now
Alright.
that the C note's complete, we can activate the time cups.
So, the whole, like, oh, Leo's writing style, he notably wrote beer writing. What word looks like loot backwards? Tool.
That's the one. The Chronopedia mentioned that Leonardo always used mirror writing, meaning he liked to write backwards. So if we spin the tool on the tile, we end up with the loot.
You know, hiding out the window would make sense. Especially since
this is one knight whose quest is over.
He apparently
Servile for the
hid
second time.
while both Leonardo and Mona were still in the same room. I think it'd be hard to do that when you're hiding under a tile.
Back to Acme Jail for you, Servile. Perhaps we'll put that plate armor of yours to good use this time as license plates.
Fine. I am recaptured. But do not gloat, ye Acme rogues. Lady Carmen still roams free.
Well done, Detective. You subdued Servile again, got the machinery in order, and helped Leonardo get a chuckle out of Mona Lisa. Thanks to you, art and science of the Renaissance will keep coming together in wild new ways.
I love how
Excellent
tiny all the
work, as
portrayals
usual.
of the Mona Lisa are.
Yes, you are
In this
quite a
game.
worthy opponent. But in the end, I'll outsmart you. I've got much grander plans underway.
Like, yeah, I know, in the real world it is a small painting,
Sounds like
but
another time crime is already in the works.
it's a
Can you
postage
move on to
stamp on
another
this
case
screen.
right now?
Yeah, sure, I can do another case. Why not?
Your next stop in time is the 16th century, in the heart of Central America. The century's most important Aztec ceremony should be starting right about now. But instead of worshiping, there's just a lot of worrying. Better see what's shaking. Here comes your good guide for this trip. Antiquity. No one knows ancient empires like Anne, so you're in good hands. Good luck and good searching.
Time traveling has gotta be my favorite pastime. Okay, Crime Stopper. The year is 1519, and we're in Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire in Central America. Looks like Montezuma, ruler of the empire, is right over there.
Ah, please excuse my casual appearance. My formal feather headdress is gone.
I mean, hey, at least she pronounces it better
Looks
than
like
Rock
Carmen's
did.
time crook has been at work. Let's find
Rock's
out more.
Spanish is atrocious.
Greetings, my friends. If that headdress doesn't turn up soon, heads are going to roll.
You look unhappy. Techno chocolate, the most advanced form of chocolate.
You are in the island city of Tenochtitlan. From here,
Oops.
I
Wrong one.
rule the Aztec Empire and all its riches.
Sounds like
You should
fun.
visit our great outdoor market. There, you'll find whatever your heart desires. We Aztecs make no sacrifices, at least, not in the marketplace.
Game strenuously. Actually, let's check the Chronopedia. I want to see if they mention the. Yes, sacrifices. Different culture, Perbalion. Yep. They mentioned just in passing all of the blood sacrifices. So many sacrifices. Oh yeah, not so fun fact. The exact cause of Montezuma's death is not certain. He probably was strangled. But anyway, let's get back to the actual puzzle.
Greetings again. I am still lightheaded over my hijacked headdress.
You look unhappy. What
A
happened?
thief heisted my royal headdress and headed out of here. If I don't get it back, I can't perform the rituals tonight properly, and the world will come to an end.
Dang it, Carmen.
I could make another headdress, but the feather worker who makes my feather clothes has flown the coop. It's always hard to find good help. Yes, go to the feather worker's place, see what materials are there, then find whatever else you need to make some headway on my headwear.
Alright, okay, thanks. Cocoa bean. Next. Okay. Check out the feather
Farewell.
workshop.
What a mess! Some scatterbrain left things scattered all over the place.
Okay.
The Aztecs had plenty of gold nuggets like this one. Unfortunately, a surplus of gold can bring unwanted attention. The gold-hungry Spanish, under Cortez, will arrive in Aztec lands in just a few more months.
Okay, we wanted to drag these up.
It's empty.
Is it empty now, Anne? Is it empty now that I filled it with these gold nuggets?
That gold nugget seems out of place there.
But... Fine, Anne, we'll do things your way. I thought it looked fine. Yeah, no, the salt? Everyone loves some good salt. Get out of here with this gold garbage. Salt-based currency is the way forward. Let it go.
That gold nugget seems out of place there.
Like, it's weird, because it should go in there.
That gold
That's
nugget
fine,
seems
right?
out of place there. We're off to the marketplace.
Oh.
Good afternoon. Perhaps a trade for you today?
Why are you trading ears of corn?
Corn? Oh, you mean my maize. Maize is our most important food. It is grown on Chinampas.
Oh, those fine products on the ground are yours.
You obviously have good taste if you're admiring my goods. I'm always looking for a sweet trade.
What do you have on
I
offer?
have delicious maize grown right here in Tenochtitlan and gorgeous green quetzal feathers. Anything tickle your fancy?
What would you like in
Cocoa
exchange?
beans are the magic item around here. I'll trade for them anytime. They're quite valuable and delicious too.
Alright, let's go acquire our chocolate. Our bitter
Bye.
chocolate.
Come back soon.
Back to the palace.
I think we need...
Those cocoa beans are as good as gold. Really. The Aztecs used them as money, and also to make hot chocolate. Now that's putting your money where your mouth is.
I will steal a couple of those. Oh, hey.
Ah, my prize pet snakes. We Aztecs fear snakes a little, but we also worship them. A winged serpent is the symbol of my people.
Got a note.
That's part of Carmen's note. Our thief obviously slithered through recently.
Nab the headdress, go full throttle. I'll soon return like Quetzalcoatl.
Goodbye.
Head into the aviary.
That
that
Katinga feather is a prized possession, used exclusively in royal Aztec garments. It's time to de-quill that bill.
Okay, so what we want to do...
All right, back to the palace.
We want to grab some bird whistles.
You are welcome to borrow that bird whistle, but you'll have to put it back if you want to borrow another. Goodbye.
Yes, Dad, I'll bring it back. What a test.
He
Wrong
likes my
one?
whistling, I guess.
That one?
All right, back to the palace.
Let's try the red one.
Goodbye.
That's an eagle call.
Whoa! For a big bird, that eagle has a pretty small call. All right, back to the palace.
Okay, is it the green one?
Goodbye.
Trial and error is my favorite thing. For a second there I thought, oh no, that's the owl.
A hoot for a toot. Seems fair. All right, back to the palace.
All right, back to the palace.
Goodbye.
I mean, this isn't even gonna finish the puzzle. Because we need...
That
Hello.
Katinga didn't stop by for long. All right, back to the palace.
How are things? To Plato.
Farewell.
Plato.
We're off to the marketplace.
Tasty, tasty Plato.
Excellent. What would you like to trade for?
Oh, I want feathers.
Those feathers make a fine choice.
Oh.
A Carmen note. You really can find everything in this
Okay, so
marketplace.
we found another note. And keep in mind these special words, a hiding place that's for the birds. We need to trade this for
Excellent. What would you like to
corn.
trade for? Good selection. That maize is very fresh and tasty.
Wait a second, didn't we have corns from when we were hanging out with Inca? And did you leave it?
Bye. Come back soon.
I think Anne left it. I'm worried about the gold nugget thing, because it looks like it should fit into that spot right there.
Back to the palace.
You keep your time traveling corn. Come on, guys.
Goodbye.
Right.
Okay, we fed some feed into the feeder.
Let's use the bird whistle.
Good thinking. The blue Katinga had to drop that feather before it could munch up any maize. That's the rare tail feather of a blue Katinga. Let's not get flighty with it.
Let's grab that.
All right,
Strut
back to
our
the
way
palace.
out. The bird whistle back.
Farewell.
Little finicky, aren't we? Then would you care to tell me why this gold nugget does not go... Oh.
Well placed, Detective. That feather headdress looks perfect.
Was
It's
I
just what
just-
Montezuma needs to start the
Wow.
Aztec fire ceremony.
Wow. That is, some specificity right there. It really is.
Good work. You've got the final piece of the Carmen note.
Wait for me when the thieving's done beneath the Aztec symbol for the sun.
I'll activate the time cuffs so we can put that pickpocket in the pen. Back to the palace.
Probably give him his hat.
You have my eternal thanks. With this royal headdress waving on my head, I'll have the world fluttering at my feet. Time to start the ceremony.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, the majestic crotch thrust is how you know she's antiquity. What was your son? There we go. It is with the eagle.
That crook must be hiding in a different nook.
Right, it's beneath the eagle.
Of course. The eagle is the Aztec symbol for the sun, so it's time to go supernova on a thief.
Antiquity is gonna kill someone.
We've squashed Bug Zapper flat for the second time.
I wish, but we did just use it to help out
All right,
Christopher
Bugs,
Columbus.
it's back to Acme headquarters for
So,
you. They'll need to break out the bug repellent.
All right, you's got the zap on me, but you'll never catch the buzz about Carmen's real plan.
Yes! Bugs Zapper is behind bars again. Montezuma is under a new headdress, and the Aztecs have another day in the sun, all because of you, Detective.
It's going well.
Congratulations! You've enabled the Aztec
staff
culture to
development on
fully
Monday,
spread its wings and have a permanent influence on
which is going to be
Mexican history and
interesting.
culture. Good going. But it looks like there's fresh villainy ahead. Can you take another case right now?
There's always fresh villainy ahead. No one's done that in a while. Fortunately.
You're blasting through the past to the end of the 16th century, where a big batch of Shakespeare's plays are missing. The show must go on, Detective, so see what you can do. You need a good guide who knows the footlights, so Renaissance is coming along to help you. Good luck, Time Detective.
Or Ivan gets left out of all of
Break
this.
a leg.
You will enjoy the Shakespeare.
There's one good thing about traveling with the Chronoskimmer. We always arrive everywhere right on time. We've arrived in London, England.
That is very
near the
wrong,
Thames River.
Renee.
The year is 1599. And look, over there, the famous
Renee,
Globe Theater is being
if
rebuilt.
we were on time, we would
There's
arrive
Queen Elizabeth
before the
surveying
theft
the
happened.
construction.
Those players move so slowly, I may never see my play. You'd think they were building the entire world rather than just the globe.
I mean, that's one theory, mostly by people who are, in many cases, classist assholes. They go, oh man, some random merchant from Stratford-on-Avon couldn't have possibly written these things. Had to be a member of the nobility.
Congratulations, Detective. That's a Carmen note.
I hear the drama's call. Make your entrance at the stage.
Good day, gentlefolk. Just look at that building. By my crown, it has more holes in it than my father, King Henry VIII, had wives.
Okay, Liz, do you enjoy being the Queen of England? That probably has a very
Globe
obvious
Theatre.
answer.
The actors moved it across the Thames and are rebuilding it. And I fear their delay may impede tonight's play to be performed in my honor.
Oh no, I might have to wait until tomorrow.
William says they're too busy to build. He muttered something about a theft, and all the actors now needing to relearn their lines.
When will Will get his act together and finish the globe?
I wish I knew. You may take my royal boat across the Thames and get those actors to work.
Sure. Okay, wow. I didn't know she was a wizard.
Time for some globe-trotting at the Globe. Just look at this Globe Theater. Swiss cheese doesn't have as many holes. We can see William Shakespeare right through this wall.
Oh, how much longer shall I endure the slings and arrows of this outrageous fortune? The globe is still not done, and you, Burbage, you must learn your lines. Let's rehearse again.
Ahem. 2 beans or not 2 beans? That is indigestion.
You're killing me, Burbage. It's to be or not to be. Try again.
Damn it, Burbage.
It looks like Shakespeare and his players are still rehearsing. Let's head inside.
At last, we have an audience. Hey, you, grab a poster and let us know what rehearsal you want to hear next.
Alright.
Nah, don't take it. Let's put that poster up on the placard instead.
Okay, let's see what our rehearsals are.
This is a poster for A Midsummer Night's Dream. This is one of my favorite comedies.
A Midsummer's Night Dream.
That's no play. That's a piece of the Carmen note.
Note. You hear the drummers call, make your entrance at the stage. As players work upon their wall, you'll snatch the great plays of the age.
Ah, Macbeth. One of the greatest tragedies
The
ever
Scottish
written.
play.
On this stage, Shakespeare's company performed
That's
some
not
of
what
the
I was...
world's great...
All the world's a stage and, odds bodkins, I really must rehearse.
This poster advertises As You Like It, one of Shakespeare's great comedies.
Truly, madam, if you like it, I like it. That's my motto. Ha ha! Jolly good.
This announces Henry V. It's a history play dramatizing the life of an English king. Romeo and Juliet. This romantic story is so beautiful, it's easy to forget it's a tragedy.
Let's start from left to right.
A Midsummer Night's Dream is my favorite comedy, full of lovers and mischievous elves. It's a classic fairy tale.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
Slumbered is right. Your acting doth tire me, Burbage. Take a more constructive approach. Over on that wall.
Hey, where did Burbage run off to with that wall section? Let's tail him, detective.
Can you imagine rehearsing for a play, and then every single time you got a line
not
wrong,
a weightlifter. I must protect my
your
delicate
director
hands.
was like, okay, but you have to go build the wall. Think but this, and all is mended. Is the east, Juliet is the sun. Oryx to behold like swelling swine. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Right, yes.
Excellent. We've filled the breach. A finished wall is coming into reach.
Oh wow, I
You've a
found...
keen eye for literature, detective. That's the final
I found
piece
the
of the
note.
Carmen note.
Once you have them, quick retire to that which set the globe on fire!
With a completed C note in hand, I'll power up the time cups. The globe got its name from its unique round shape. This outer wall curves around to form a full circle. That opening in the wall needs a well-versed filling.
So, legitimate question.
You have my thanks for helping with the wall. A void in my life has been filled.
Do we need to fill in the entire wall before we solve it? But...
Great Caesar's ghost! Who let that foolish dog back inside? Out! Out, dumb spot!
Wow. Wow. I should not find that as funny as it...
Macbeth, who killed his
was.
Scottish king, but could not see trouble brewing. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Burbage, perhaps you should stew over your lines while you work on that wall.
Yeah, go work on the wall, Burbage. God.
Oh, I'm much too talented for this tedious work, ta-ta.
This is the Macbeth one.
Well done.
By my troth, they're putting quite a spin on the globe. Our play might even start on time.
I'm now just imagining a version of Macbeth where out foul spot is Lady Macbeth yelling at a dog. Fair enough.
As You Like It is a most excellent comedy, a tale of love set in a wood where the players cannot see the forest for the trees.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts.
And the more parts, the better. So now, act like a builder and get back to that wall.
There actually isn't that much snow up here. We're a pocket of mildness.
Well, this wall is practically finished. My sweat is better spent back on stage.
Well, I like the implication that Burbage is like the only actor in this entire company.
Bravo!
Seems inefficient, but what do I know?
Well done. With the globe complete, our sphere of influence will extend to the Queen herself.
Hey, we want Romeo and Juliet now.
Ah, Romeo and Juliet. A boy and a girl from rival families fall in love, making their parents furious. In-laws, what can you do?
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she.
Your fare is fair to middling, Burbage. Take a break and get back to work on that wall.
I mean, probably. I don't see any reason why not.
I can't lift anything heavy. I might tear my tights. Besides, I must rehearse.
Right. This one goes here.
Nicely done.
Give me the last wall section so I can finish your damn theater.
Once more into the breach. Our wall is nearly complete. Henry V, a kingly choice.
Nothing but
Young
Shakespeare
King Henry
puns.
outgrows his rowdy youth and causes a riot in France.
Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. A kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene.
Your lines are quite amusing, Burbage. Now back to that wall.
I can't carry this load another step. My bad back is acting up.
Fantastic architecture, Detective. Well done.
I see your comment, Propalian.
Why, never did
I'm
see
trying
so fair
to
a globe in all the world.
trying to think about what you actually mean
1,000
there.
thanks, my dear friends. You've kept construction going during this riotous rehearsal. The Queen's performance shall soon begin, and I have a royal reward for you.
Oh, okay.
Backstage passes. Follow me.
Oh, right.
Hey, it looks like we're in the tire room where the costumes and props are stored. And the Queen's performance has begun.
Okay, we're looking for the thing that burned down the...
Actors use trapdoors like this to appear and disappear during the play. Some of these actors were really out of sight.
The Greeks. It was the cannon.
Good thinking, Detective. The Carmen note referred to the thing that burned down the globe, and that was the spark of the cannon. Ha-ha! We've caught Medivh again. I'd say there's trouble brewing for this witch. Medivh, you're coming with me. We'll keep you under our spell back at Acme headquarters.
A second seance in that Acme cell.
There's
won't
the
be a
Shogun.
spiritual
There he
experience.
is.
But you'll never conjure up Carmen Sandiego.
I do not have time to do that.
Way to go!
My schedule
You
does
tossed
not
Medivh
match
in
their
the dungeon,
schedule.
helped Shakespeare
anymore.
with his scripts, and got the globe together. all in time for a command performance. Shakespeare's works will survive through the generations
Look
right
at
up
that
to the Broadway
clip art
stage,
looking.
thanks to you. Nice work.
Looking picture of an actor.
That performance deserves a promotion. Your new badge says, Time Inspector. And there's a crime up ahead that needs inspecting. Can you take the case?
Oh man, we're inspecting time, everyone. They need us down in the clock factory.
Your next stop is North America 1776. A key
Inspector
American
Space
document should have been signed by
Time.
now, but it's nowhere in sight.
Inspector
You'll
of
be
the
handling
space
a
and the
political hot
time.
potato, Inspector. I'm sending Polly Tix along to give you good advice. She knows all the political angles and the lines and curves too. Good luck, and give Ben Franklin my best.
They did not do Watergate, but
What a blast to the past! We've arrived in the American colonies on the 4th of July, 1776, and that founding father is none other than Thomas Jefferson.
The misfortune. The Second Continental Congress is assembled and waiting for me, but my final draft of the Declaration has been stolen.
No need to get all wigged out, Mr. Jefferson.
so the question
We'll help you
about
make
what
your
imagine if they
declaration.
did Watergate is what side do you think they would have us be on if we did Watergate?
Greetings. Forgive my distraction. The Declaration draft I was composing has been purloined, and the Congress is waiting on me.
Are you sure about that? What's the Declaration of Independence
The
all
American
about?
colonies live under the rule of King George of England, but his unjust rule has overtaxed our patience. We have decided to declare our independence.
Why do they want independence?
The king overtaxes the colonies and gives us no say in the matter. This is called taxation without representation, and it is most unjust.
I mean, we're going to be the only signatories to the Declaration.
Delegates from all 13 American colonies have formed a Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. They are waiting to sign the final declaration, but I haven't finished writing it yet.
Carmen Sandiego's plans never really make sense. Because, like, cool, you stole the Eiffel Tower. Who is gonna buy the Eiffel Tower? It's not like that's... It's not like you can just pop down to your, like, corner market, slap it down on the counter, and be like, how much do you want for it?
Parchment is the key. If you can find me just a modest scrap, I'll be able to jot my thoughts down again and take them to the Continental Congress.
Where can we find parchment?
If only I knew. The British taxes and naval blockade have caused a serious shortage in items like glass, lead, and paper. You'll have to keep a sharp eye out for parchment.
Oh, I know about Day of the Tentacle. I will say, though, for the parchment, just dig through your trash cans. You probably have some soiled linens. I mean, Tom, you want to be mad careful about a lot of the wording. Let's be honest here.
Farewell.
Oh yeah, sure,
Please
let's
return if you
travel to
find any
Philadelphia.
parchment.
Looks like Rock isn't the only insanely fast person.
We thought you might be Jefferson. Where is that man? We need his declaration draft soon, or the colonies may never gain independence.
I am so sad. I am so legitimately sad that they didn't give Ben Franklin a heavy Boston accent. That would be absolutely perfect. Let's check the easel.
Oh, that outline will be useful once Jefferson arrives with his final draft of the Declaration. Now, where is that man? He's late.
Also, as far as you know, I am not a master criminal, and we're gonna leave it like declaration. A list of complaints, like how we never have any pizza parties. Okay, I think I can just take a trot to New York. Right down the street, you know. Look at this guy's stance.
G'day. Blimey, but all this garden has made tea time a distant memory. I can't remember the last time we had a cup. Truth to tell, I'm a proud servant of my king. But I do feel for the colonists. They've been paying very steep taxes these days.
My job that I'm paid to do.
Well, it's
Polly.
my job, you know. Besides, many British think these American colonists are just brewing up trouble about their tea taxes.
What is that
Boy,
statue?
this is a lead statue of His Honoured Majesty King George III. My Marines and I have been assigned to protect his kingship from rebel scavengers.
Can we look at the statue?
You can look, but you can't touch. My job is to protect this statue. I can't have you making off with anything.
Okay, thanks.
On your way then, and keep an eye out for tea.
I just love how the decision to make all of these scenes like a single screen for each city is always just so... We may in fact be the meth head in this situation.
That's jetsam, junk thrown over the side of a ship in distress. Looks like the Minuteman has been fishing some up.
What do you
Hey
want,
there.
guy?
I'm just taking a minute to write a letter to Mother.
How old are you?
I just turned 15. You could say I'm just a rebellious youth.
You're a child soldier, my friend.
That British warship is blockading our harbor. Those Brits are preventing friendly countries like France from sending us fresh supplies.
Hey.
Well, first there was the Boston Tea Party, and now a full Revolutionary War is brewing.
Who's gonna win?
We colonists will win or die trying. We're outnumbered, but we fight cleverly, Indian style. We don't stand
question.
in silly straight lines like those Brits.
What a stupid question. Also, if you are expecting to learn your American history from this particular section of the game, no. You think they're...
A hot forge is perfect for melting metals, so they can be bent or poured into new shapes.
Fire is indeed hot.
My musket fires balls of lead, but lead is so scarce that we have orders not to shoot the redcoats till we see the whites of their eyes.
In one New Hampshire battle, the Minutemen only had about 15 lead musket balls each. They
I
had to
mean,
make every
that's
shot
not
count.
why that order was given, but sure, we'll go with that.
That's jetsam, junk thrown over the side of a ship in distress. Looks like the Minuteman has been fishing some up.
It's pretty obvious what we're supposed to be doing here, right? We're supposed to get some tea, so we can bribe that guy so we can get part of the statue.
This empty tea crate seemed like a good spot to sit down and write my mother. It's a leftover from the Boston Tea Party. This empty tea crate seemed like a...
Okay, we got that.
Look at all that flotsam.
Hello again.
Can I convince you to just keep fishing?
Not really. But because the colonial army is so outnumbered,
Please.
any man or boy old enough to aim a musket can join.
The name is vaguely ringing bells.
I'm writing a letter to my dear mother on this piece of parchment. I'd rather be off fighting, but without musket balls, a letter is my only pastime.
May we have your parchment?
Well, if I'm not fighting, I'm sitting here writing. But you know, if you scavenged up some lead musket balls for me, I'd drop this old letter in a second.
Can you get us
Good
tea,
luck.
lad?
The lead needed for ammunition is near impossible to find these days. We soldiers scavenge it from pipes, monuments, plates, you name it.
Gotta get me that tea. Maybe it's under
I'm a
this
Minuteman.
path?
I'm supposed to fight British redcoats and I'd be off like a shot. But like many Minutemen, I have no ammunition to shoot. Those blasted redcoats took most of our ammunition. Musket balls are made of lead, and lead is heavily taxed by the British, so there isn't much around. Oh yes, we depend on England for most of our supplies, and we'd be in a bad way without their imported goods.
Okay.
That is a British ship of the line.
So...
It's loaded with cannon to blast any trade ships that try to sneak through the blockade.
It's pretty obvious what we need
I
here.
tried to fish, but I've been reeling in nothing but
Oh, there
junk.
we go.
British ships like that.
Wow! The Boston Tea Party was one of the first acts of the...
What the... pole?
Hey, you can't take my pole. But you can fish
Okay.
with it here if you want.
Come on, child, let me steal it.
Hey, we caught a boxfish! Actually, it looks like an old tea crate from the Tea Party. Cool!
Mmm.
Back to Manhattan, New York.
Delicious old tea. We love it. Hey, guy.
Great
Delicious
kings
tea.
of England! It's honest to goodness tea! If a bit waterlogged. Come on, lads, it's tea time!
Splendacious! It's a piece of the Carmen note.
Once you have the declaration, quickly go and take your station. Shh. Everyone knows you put a bunch of salt in your tea.
That's a leadfoot, flatfoot.
I love how you're just kind of supposed to know that that's there. I literally, that's just because I remembered the sleep. Head back to Boston.
Superific idea! Making ammo out of the lead statue.
Never,
You're a high
Fido.
caliber crime
Never,
fighter.
unfortunately. Especially since we are currently now arming a child to get at the paper they're holding.
Yow! Thanks for the musket balls. Now I have my shot at joining the Continental Army. Long live the American colonies!
We have probably sent this child to their deaths. Their multiple deaths.
I declare, this parchment looks perfect for an official document. Back to Manhattan, New York.
Okay, let's head back to Thomas Jefferson so you can write the thing. Right, it was this door. You have one door for New York and one for Virginia. That's just how this works. I find it hard to believe that you had no other parchment, Thomas, but...
Parchment? You deserve volumes of praise. Now I can rewrite crucial parts of the Declaration of Independence. I've written out all the important points, but these paragraphs still need arranging. I'll hurry them over to the Pennsylvania courthouse, where the document can be completed. See you in the city of brotherly love.
Like, you could have written on this Carmen note.
Terrific! You found part of the Carmen note.
Like you
The
had
suspect's
paper.
schemes are going to pieces.
It concealed all safe and nice inside a Jefferson device. Oh, yes.
Splendation! Let's catch up with Jefferson in Philadelphia.
How good to see you again. You're just in time. Ben Franklin is just now posting my paragraphs up for review and arrangement.
I mean, given how they're using it in this sequence...
Well, my outline presents our ideas in an organized fashion. It should help us arrange Jefferson's paragraphs into a sensational declaration.
Yes, indeed. So just match up my paragraphs on the left with Franklin's outline on the right. Good luck.
Right, so top one is, of course, date and declaration. This one goes up here. That goes up here. Goes down here. There. Plants. I think that's it, actually.
Well done! Jefferson's paragraphs match our outline perfectly. We have a most convincing declaration on our hands.
Look, this is just the declaration. It's the short form.
Well done!
Only a few
You've
paragraphs.
helped organize this document into a memorable Declaration of Independence. Now, let's get those delegates signing before they lose their nerve,
The real question is Polly gonna sign it?
Superific! You reconstructed the Declaration of Independence. Now let's track down our thief.
And got this one over here.
Yeah! That's the final fragment of Carmen's note.
Right. He made it to avoid disturbances from his noisy dinner servants.
Fantabulous! I'll activate the time cuffs.
Alright, let's head back to Virginia. While you're activating the time cuffs. And it's gonna be the dumbwaiter.
Hey, that's using your noodle. The dummy was waiting in the dumbwaiter. Fantabulous! It's a major accomplishment to catch General Mayhem. Come on, General. You can think about independence. Independence.
You can court-martial me, but you'll never put Carmen Sandiego on trial.
Well done! You re-jailed General Mayhem, bartered your way from Virginia to Philly, and redrafted the Declaration of Independence. I salute you! Thanks to you, the 13 colonies are on their way to United Stateshood. But don't get too comfy. There's another crime dead ahead in time. Can I put you in charge of the case?
I remember we were actually pretty close to the end of the game at this point. I think there's only 2 or 3 more puzzles. Unless there's one that I've just straight up forgotten about.
Next stop is the early 19th century. Lewis and Clark, Should have crossed the
Okay,
Rockies by
no,
now, but instead,
there's-
they seem to be stopped in
I'd
their
forgotten about
tracks.
this.
Better see if you can get them moving again. Once again,
Oh, hey, it's Rock.
You'll be exploring unknown territory, so I'll send Rock Solid as your good guide. Good luck, and watch out for rattlesnakes.
As long as we don't need to do any ocean navigation, we're fine.
I love time travel, but I'm getting tired of resetting my watch.
Why would you even bring your watch when you're time traveling?
Great outdoors. It looks like we're in North America where the Missouri River emerges from the Rocky Mountains. It's 1805, and we've run into the Lewis and Clark expedition.
Are you sure those journals aren't in the saddlebags? How could we let someone nab our notes like that? What are we going to do?
I've told you I searched those saddlebags a dozen times. Blast the luck.
So-
We'll never cross the Rockies without those notes.
I
And
know
none
for a
of my
fact that
Shoshone
this
kin are nearby to help
version
us.
does
Say,
have an
it
ending.
sounds like someone's pilfered the pockets of these pioneers.
Because I do distinctly remember that you end it by arresting Carmen Sandiego. Spoilers for a 24-year-old game, by the way. But let's talk to Sacagawea first.
Greetings, strangers. You are welcome in our camp.
Whose stance looks awfully uncomfortable.
My name is Sacagawea of the Shoshone tribe. Lewis and Clark hired me as a translator and to help guide them through the mountain wilderness.
Like, lady, you can let your arms go down to your side. You don't need to A pose all the time.
I grew up in these mountains with my people, so I know of many dangers. On the steep cliffs, you must skirt the surly bighorn sheep. Avoid the strong current of the river. Most of all, beware the hungry bear.
Thanks. Do we actually have to talk to these guys? I don't... Yes, we do.
We meet again, but our story hasn't changed.
I
Our
didn't ask you your
journals are
story
still
last
missing.
time. I just clicked off of you.
Those journals contain all our notes about the untamed lands west of St. Louis. The observations in those journals are invaluable because folks back east don't know much about the West yet.
Where did the thief go?
He went west through the mountains. The journals he snatched also contain advice from local Indians on how to cross these mountains. Without them, we're between the Rockies and a hard place.
So, fun fact, Plato, this one is marked as version 3 of Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. So there are, in fact, multiple versions of Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego released on different platforms. In some cases under slightly different names. Like this is Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time, technically.
We can't risk the core without those journals to guide us. Except for our guide and translator, Sacagawea, none of us have ever crossed such a great and dangerous mountain range.
Okay, thanks.
Those are peace and friendship medallions. They're gifts for the Indian chiefs we'll meet on our journey. In a pinch, they're great for trading, too.
President Jefferson gave us the medallions. He's eager to learn about the Indian tribes west of the Mississippi.
Thomas? You just handed us the medallions the last time we saw you. Odd. Hey.
Hey there. I love a good hike as much as the next guy, but we'd better get more information from Lewis and Clark first.
Rock, please.
We meet again, but our story hasn't changed. Our journals are still missing.
Alright.
These peace and friendship medallions were given to us by President Jefferson himself. We hope to trade them with Indians in the mountains, but without our journals, we can't take another step.
Is there anything we can do?
Sure, you can find a route through the Rockies for us. And since you're willing to stick your necks out, take this medallion to trade with any Indians you meet.
I mean, I'm just gonna point out, a lot of the people we meet are very willing to, it's like, oh yeah, can you just go, just go map the Rockies for us?
Good luck. Don't get eaten by bears.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, there's a pass through the mountains. Shall we pass on through? Uh-oh, that ram is in no mood to let us horn in on his territory.
Oh no.
What we need is some local advice. Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone for advice about getting past that irate ram.
Okay.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this
Yeah. This one?
We've never seen that sign. Maybe Sacagawea can give us a hand with some translation.
Farewell. I hope to see you soon as well. Unfortunately, I will not be there for Monday, where I presume that you will be streaming Hype the Time Quest. Another fantastical time-based game.
At least it's easier to walk downhill.
Quite hype, if you would. At, what is it? Either 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just a hint for anyone who's interested in finding a stream to watch at that time. Hey.
The Great Spirit shines on our second meeting.
Okay.
I have many memories of growing up in these beautiful mountains. I remember days spent weaving a tall basket. I also recall the sounds of my brother playing his drum. I later lived among the Mandan Indians on the plains. It was there I learned to make a sharp tomahawk. I also learned to make a sturdy moccasin.
Gotta grab a tomahawk.
When I first met Lewis and Clark, they had just completed a long day's travel. They were very tired, and I offered them a blanket. Right away, they were both fast asleep.
Hey, thanks.
Good luck. Don't get eaten by bears.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone for advice about getting past that irate ram.
Oh. Uh-oh, I think there's a small bug.
That Indian looks like he wants to trade, so let's tell him what we need.
This one.
Way to wheel and deal. Maybe we can use our new item or trade it back.
Huh.
No good. I think we can find a way through without harming the wildlife.
Oh, was it this one?
I guess that Shoshone doesn't have what we wanted to trade for, but maybe he has other things in his teepee. Let's keep at it. The Shoshone were wise in the use of plants and medicines. Roots, leaves, and berries were used to cure sicknesses.
Need to talk to the
I
guy.
guess you could say they had their own branch of medicine.
Please, Rock.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone for advice about getting past that irate ram.
Oh, it's a drum.
Let's use Indian Sign Language to ask this Shoshone for advice about getting past that irate ram.
Okay. We want from this one.
I guess that Shoshone doesn't have what we wanted to
You have a
trade for,
drum,
but maybe
friend?
he has other things in his teepee. Let's keep at it. That Indian looks like he wants to trade, so let's tell him what we need. Way to wheel and deal. Maybe we can use our new item or trade it back.
Whoops. I think those are the general emotes. Those aren't like my
All right,
emotes.
Inspector. Who says clues don't grow on trees? That's part of the Carmen note.
Fill the journals out of behest and go where the rivers all flow west. Yeah, I believe those are the, standard...
No thanks. I'm not in the mood for a swim. We need to find a safe way
across. Those are the standard
across.
Twitch emotes, I believe.
Okay, down the mountain we go.
Because I almost missed this note.
We found part of Carmen's note. She won't pull the wool over our eyes.
You find her up a creek, play a game of hide and seek. Okay, now I chat with this guy. I get the tomahawk.
Another terrific trade.
I use that to... Dang it! Dang it, never look into the wall.
Great idea. Just be sure you aim that tomahawk at the tree and not at your old friend Rock. Oh yeah, timber! Good work, Inspector. And thanks to that Shoshone for showing us the way.
Chat with you. Tell us about the bear.
Since her hands aren't talking, I'd say this Shoshone can't help us with our latest problem.
Okay.
Stay on your toes, or at least stay on your feet. We don't want to fall in.
Alright, we come up here.
Eureka! We've reached the top of the Rockies, and that path ahead leads on to the Columbia River.
Oh no! A burr!
Great galloping grizzlies. Where'd that big bear come from?
Which big bear are we talking about, Rock? Can you tell us about the bear? We need a blanket. Fantastic. So...
It's all downhill from here.
Gotta go ask someone for a blanket. Well, I'm guessing is this lady, because we've not...
That Shoshone woman seems willing to trade. Let's tell her what we're looking for.
The other two guys had a tomahawk and
Way
a...
to wheel and deal.
drum.
Maybe we can use our new item, or trade it back. Stay on your toes.
Head up here.
Or at least stay on your feet. We don't want to fall in.
I'm doing all the wheeling and dealing. I will use the blanket on the bear.
I see what you're getting at.
I don't know what I'm
Okay,
getting
watch
at,
this.
Rock.
Way to go. With that bear gone, we can continue west to the Columbia
Sure,
River.
game. Sure. That's totally how that
Westward
works.
ho, let's go. But first, let's head back east and round up the core of Discovery. We're back.
totally
We found
how-
a terrific route through the Rockies.
That's totally
Was
how
your
that works,
journey
Rock.
difficult?
No,
Oh,
we just had
man.
to grin and bear it.
I gotta
Come on,
deal
let's
with this
load up
bear.
the portable boats. It's smooth
Quick.
sailing from here.
Give me a blanket so I can pretend to be asleep. It won't maul me then.
We've reached the Columbia River. Now Lewis and Clark can float by boat the rest of the way to the Pacific.
Eh?
Hey,
Grab the
that's the
knit.
third and final piece. This letter will spell trouble for our thief, if we can figure it out.
Keep our vile plans afloat, concealed within a Nez boat.
I'll fire up the time cuffs.
Wow, way to have like 4 different kinds of canoe with you. We want dugouts. So, that guy.
Say, that dugout canoe is the Nez Perce style boat mentioned in the Carmen note. Back to Acme Jail for you, Baron, and you won't get away a second time.
You've got me grounded. But you'll never get a beat on Carmen's high-flying plan.
They're all talking of Carmen's
Congratulations
plan.
once again.
I hope we learn what it is at
rebusted
some
the
point.
Baron, learned to speak with your hands, and led Lewis and Clark to the Columbia River. Thanks to you, the wildest part of the western U.S. is well on its way to being tamed. Great going. But there's more.
So she isn't from
lawlessness in the very
Sandiego?
near future, Time
Disappointing.
Inspector. Can you move on to a new case right away?
Okay, so after aiding in Manifest Destiny, hopefully our next case is a little nicer. I think it is, unless I'm remembering. You had to do the hand
You're
signal
making a short
too.
hop forward to 1808 in Vienna, Austria. The sounds from Symphony Hall are strangely silent, and that means
Here's another one that I got
something's
stuck
amiss.
on when I was
You better lend an
a
ear to
small
the trouble.
child.
This time, your good guide is none other than Renaissance herself, conductress of the Acme Philharmonic. Good luck, Time Inspector, and try to stay on key.
I'm legitimately surprised we've not seen Ivan's idea for a
Welcome
while.
to Vienna. It's 1808, and the gentleman with the creative hair is the maestro Ludwig van Beethoven.
Ah, misery! To have mine Fifth and Sixth Symphony scores stolen just as they were to debut this evening. I am doomed.
Could one of Carmen's crooks have caused this classical caper? Let's find out what happened.
Hallo, forgive mine mournful state, but some rogue has purloined the precious scores to mine Fifth and Sixth Symphonies.
That is certainly an accent.
A light-fingered female snatched the scores to my new Fifth and Sixth, and they were to premiere tonight. Without these bold new pieces, the public will think that I am slipping, and my reputation will be kaput.
Some way we can help.
Perhaps I can quickly rewrite the symphonies, but only if you can rehearse the openings with the orchestra while I complete the scores.
Yeah, Ferengi Beethoven is certainly a look.
I will now recreate the fifth, my work of deepest passion. You must take the opening pages to the orchestra when I am done. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Stand back. This piece sets me aflame.
Can you guys predict what the puzzle is
Zeist,
here?
How invigorating.
Because, yeah.
That opening should make the orchestra players earn their salaries. Have a fine rehearsal.
I remember this puzzle. Not the solution.
Here we are at the Symphony Hall, and the orchestra's warming up. Are you ready to try reordering Beethoven's Fifth?
Joy to the World and, Ode to Joy certainly are very different pieces of music. Okay.
Baton at the ready? Let's lead these musical types through a reading
So let's
of
hear
Beethoven's
how
Fifth.
terrible this sounds.
This was said the dog, darling. Beethoven must be losing it.
The sharps have fallen flat. Let's shift the music sheets around and try once more.
It was.
Baton at the ready? Let's lead these
I will
musical
laugh if
types
it was
through a
as simple
reading
as
of
swap the
Beethoven's
first and the
Fifth.
third one. No.
Oi, that sound could wake the dead. Is Ludwig going deaf or something?
Yes.
We're almost on
Sensitive.
the beat. All it needs is a final
It's
twist.
sensitive of you to say that. Right, so I think it's that.
Baton at the ready? Let's lead these musical types through a reading of Beethoven's Fifth.
Oi, that sound could wake the dead.
The sharp.
Okay, so it is green, then red, then yellow. I think. Have I mentioned that I'm hard of hearing and that I hate sound puzzles? So much.
That was so emotional. Ludwig is a genius.
Congrats! Finally, the fifth is in harmony. Now let's see how Beethoven's doing on the sixth.
Right.
Had enough of a tune-up? Let's head back to Beethoven's flat.
Ach, returned already. I am positively gleeful to hear that the rehearsal of mine fifths went well. If you give me just a moment, the opening to mine sixth is almost ready.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have to say, the players in the
There you have
symphony,
it. The opening to mine
very
sixth
impressive.
symphony. Please,
So they can
set
make it
the
sound like
orchestra
it's
to
four
work
pieces of music
rehearsing
spliced
it
together.
while I finish the remainder of the piece.
Ludwig's sneeze made quite a breeze. It stirred up a Carmen note.
Blended with classic harmony as part of Ludwig's symphony.
You don't miss a beat. Finding Carmen's note
I
can
mean,
be
this
quite
entire
eventful.
region is just fantastic for sounds, isn't it? Hide where many notes are found, but use your own distinctive sound. Grab this
There's the redone opening to Beethoven's Sixth.
so we can get out of here.
That opening should make the orchestra players earn their salaries. Have a fine rehearsal.
Okay, dump those there. Yeah.
Let's lead these melodious folks through a rendition of Beethoven's Sixth.
Am I the only person who thinks this sounds like the same, like... the same piece of music over and over again?
Ah, this was said the dog, darling.
I think it's yellow at the start. Then maybe purple. No.
Let's lead these melodious folks
Dear
through
Lord,
a
the
rendition of
copyright strike
Beethoven's
on this one is going to be fantastic.
This
I do
will
think
set the dogs, Allie.
purple is supposed to be the last one. Thing like that, maybe?
Let's lead these melodious folks through a rendition of Beethoven's
Again,
Sixth.
thrilling gameplay. Okay, so we do need to swap the green and the blue?
Oi, that sound could...
That's...
So slow to test anything.
Let's lead these melodious folks through a rendition of Beethoven's Sixth.
I wish I could talk over this, but I need to hear the differences, unfortunately.
This will set the dogs, Alling. Beethoven must be losing it.
That score needs some serious sorting. Maybe we can get Beethoven to play us the full opening again.
No, that is loser talk. Move the purple to, like... there. Try that.
Let's lead these melodious folks through a rendition of Beethoven's Sixth.
This will set the dogs, Alling. Beethoven must be losing it.
That score needs some serious sorting.
I really wish we could just, like, click on one of these and hear it. That would be great. Okay, because we know that yellow goes first and that red falls after yellow. No, I just have really bad hearing and no auditory memory. Ugh. I'm gonna try something wacky. I'm gonna try that.
Let's lead these melodious folks through a rendition of Beethoven's Sixth.
That's the...
This was said the dogs are.
We're
Maybe it's this? Please. Beethoven. This is why you number your sheets.
So
Thank
natural.
God.
Like that
If
grass
that
in
hadn't
a
worked,
mountain
I was
meadow.
gonna look up the solution.
We've dissed disharmony and straightened out the melody. The sixth is in place, and Beethoven has arrived. Tonight he'll be conducting his fifth and sixth symphonies for the very first time.
Woo! And that is, of course, how he always arrived. By ascending through the floor. There should be a note around here, I think. I know, we need to wait till the end of the evening. Can you imagine? You go to a, like, premiere performance, and there's this Renaissance staring at someone for like 3 hours straight.
I could not have finished without
Keep
your help.
composer
Thank you.
lore.
And now, I'm off to celebrate and consider my next symphony, the ninth.
Wait a minute. You just finished the fifth and sixth symphonies. Wouldn't your
Number
next be
7
the
and 8
seventh?
for nerds, Renee.
Ah, but that is so predictable. I prefer to juggle many symphonies in my mind at once. Also, math was never my best subject. Ah, one last thing. Perhaps it is mine hearing, but something in the orchestra didn't sound quite right. A theory worth investigating, perhaps? Anyway, auf Wiedersehen.
It's the only way to get around, guys. Ascend through the hole in the floor and drop through the hole in the floor.
Congratulations is where we're at. We've found the Carmen Note's final scrap. Let's check the Chronopedia for some decoding.
Okay. Blended with classic harmony as part of Ludwig's symphony. Hide where many notes are found when you use your own distinctive sound. Bring a modern instrument with you, unique to marching bands will do.
I'll activate the time cuffs.
Gotta hold on to your head. Also, gotta use it with the sousaphone.
Of course. That sousaphone made for marching bands is definitely off-tone in this orchestra.
Sousaphone.
The sousaphone wasn't invented
Indeed.
until 1850, so it shouldn't be part of an 1808 orchestra. Nabbing Jacqueline Hyde, our mistress of crime, is like catching
You'd think
two
that
thieves
someone
at
would
the
notice,
same
hey,
time.
there's someone in my sousaphone. Or was she playing the sousaphone?
Well, Inspector, we've made our double troublemaker face the music. Jacqueline Hyde broke out of prison once before. This time, there won't be an encore.
I must say, it's nice to see you sleuths again.
But you'll both be history once Carmen polishes off her plan.
Sharp work, Inspector.
I wish Carmen was the
You
kind of person who would
Jacqueline Hyde
like
and helped
bragging
Beethoven
about her
rescore
plans.
his fifth and sixth symphonies. Thanks to you, the most sublime moments in Western music have been saved for us all to savor. All All 8 escaped crooks are back in jail for good.
Okay.
But Carmen must
We have
another
one
operative on the job because there's
more
more trouble ahead.
puzzle.
Can you take another case?
Time to go after Carmen Sandiego herself, if I remember correctly.
Speaking of electricity, you're headed for the age of invention. Menlo Park, New Jersey in the 1870s. There should be a buzz about the electric light bulb by now, but I hear someone's blown a fuse. Better see if you can illuminate the problem. And you better take Ivan Idea as your good guide. He's great at inventing ways to take on trouble. Good luck, Inspector. And don't forget to turn out the lights when you leave.
I think it's just Edison. Hey, we're gonna invent something and he's just gonna steal the idea.
Whoa! Epic time traveling! We've touched down in Menlo Park, New Jersey. The year is 1879, and that invention expert by my side is none other than Thomas Alva Edison.
Right, that's one way of referring to the
This is no
man.
time for chatting. I must recreate the world's first light bulb before the night is over.
Go figure. I thought Edison had a working bulb. What's holding him up?
The guy I stole it from left.
Good day, and forgive the disarray. My light bulb project is looking dim.
I'll grab
Hey,
that.
you nabbed a note.
Liberate a famous sphere, electric glow I find quite dear.
Hello once more. Are you here to help solve my light bulb troubles?
That is certainly one take on history. What is the problem?
Well, I had just perfected my light bulb using a new carbonized cotton filament, and it worked. But a scamp, disguised as a scientist, made off with the bulb. Now I must build another bulb before dawn.
I'll make another bulb.
I could remake the bulb easily, except I need more cotton thread for the filament. The factory across the street has thread, but they're closed at this late hour.
We get some cotton thread for you.
More cotton thread would be capital if you
peony?
can get any from the closed factory. Someone really needs to invent a more convenient store, open 24 hours a day.
Wow, Edison really does think ahead of his time.
Okay, let's go.
It's
Grab
a
the note.
Carmen note. Righteous.
Don't let Acme on your tail or your next job will be in jail. Yeah, it really is.
Joe, the boss of Joe's Cotton Cornucopia, works behind that window.
Who's knocking? I can't see a thing out there.
We borrow some threads.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just the guard. I'll have to call the big boss and ask him. And he won't like it. Hold on.
Hello, this is Joe. What? They want to borrow thread? It's the middle of the night. Listen close, guard. Do not give those rascals a spool of thread. Tell them to come back in the morning when we're open.
Oh no.
Here's the scoop. The big boss says you louses should come back tomorrow, during normal business hours. Now scram!
Up back to Edison. I think I'm now remembering what the puzzle here is.
Ah, yet another faulty filament. Reverses are an incentive to great accomplishment.
It's cool you're so mellow about a setback. Try again.
Grab the phonograph. I think that's what we need. We need the cylinders.
We don't need a replacement cylinder yet. The one in the phonograph is still blank.
Okay.
Who's out there? This puny window blocks my view.
And borrow some thread.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just the guard. I'll have to call the big boss and ask him. And he won't like it. Hold on.
Oh wait, I forgot to
Hello,
use the...
this is Joe. What? They want to borrow thread? It's the middle of the night. Listen close, guard. Do not give those rascals a spool of thread. Tell them to come back in the morning when we're open.
Here's the scoop. The big boss says you louses should come back tomorrow, during normal business hours. Now scram!
Let's listen to the other one.
Oh, sure. I bet you just love staying up all night guarding cotton. But it's 11.
Have you worked here long?
Long enough. I'm telling you, life is a lot of hard work in this industrial age. Maybe I'll join one of these newfangled unions.
Probably should.
What are you, a detective or something? I'm just a late-night guard working a graveyard shift.
Are you in a bad
What do you
mood?
expect? How would you like staying up all night gardening a lousy pile of cotton?
Thanks. We need to use this on the door.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a word for our phonograph?
Here's a good story. There once was an overworked factory guard who kept getting annoyed by nitwits late at night. Eventually, the poor guard went crazy, turned into a werewolf, and ate the nitwits. The end. I just love happy endings.
Oh man, it's my favorite story.
Now that we've immortalized a voice on this phonograph, we can play back any section of the overall recording. To play the phonograph, move the needle to a groove on the metal cylinder and crank the handle. A part of the recorded sound will play.
Here's a good story.
Some people can be so uncivilized. The grooves on this metal cylinder are...
There once was an overworked who kept getting annoyed by nitwits late at night.
Alright.
Eventually, the poor guard
Turns into a werewolf.
The end. I just...
I don't think that's the one we want. I think we want to go back to Edison, grab some more cylinders.
Look at that. We've replaced the recorded cylinder with a new blank one.
Yeah, because I don't think that was the right conversation.
Hang on. I know Edison didn't invent this telephone. That was Alexander Graham Bell.
It's true that Bell fellow invented the telephone, but I improved the design so that one need not yell to be heard.
That is one way of putting it.
Stop. There are no tours to the rest of the lab until I've rebuilt my light bulb.
Interesting. With the phonograph there,
all right, there we go.
Record any conversations that happen inside the boss's room.
Now we can call the boss. Get him
Who's
to call
out
the
there?
boss.
This puny window blocks my view. Hey, I don't know. I'm just the guard. I'll have to call the big boss and ask him. And he won't like it. Hold on.
Hello, this is Joe. What? They want to borrow thread? It's the middle of the night. Listen close, guard. Do not give those rascals a spool of thread. Tell them to come back in the morning when we're open.
Here's the scoop. The big boss says you louses should come back tomorrow, during normal business hours. Now scram!
Okay, thanks.
Looks like we just recorded the boss's phone conversation. Excellent.
Now we will lie to this man, make him lose his job.
That phonograph has a recorded sound on its cylinder.
See if we play it. On.
Hello, this is Joe.
Far out. You'd almost think that Joe was standing right beside me.
What? They want to borrow thread? Give those rascals a spool of thread.
Oh boy.
Tell them to come back in the morning when we're open.
We want the first, the second, and the fourth.
I can't see anything in this dark.
Hello, this is Joe.
Oh, is that you, boss? Good evening. What can I do you for?
Let's try just going directly to the fourth.
Rascals, a spool of thread.
But didn't you tell me before that never mind. You're the boss. If you want me handing out tread in the middle of the night, that's what I'll do.
Hey! We scored a spool of cotton thread. Edison and his light bulb will be loving us.
I hope that guard didn't just lose his job.
How on earth did you do it? That factory will never give me thread during the night. Anyhow, this cotton will make the perfect filament for my new light bulb. If it weren't for your acquisition skills, I'd still be in the dark.
I mean, to be fair, that particular worker wasn't off.
Ah, what a long
But at the same time,
and now I can finally get
a lot of our more
long-lasting
recent
sleep.
cases have been
Goodbye.
morally compromised at the best.
Way to go! You scored the third Carmen note!
And Ned's invention, wait for me, it starts newfangled modern tea!
I'll juice up the time cuffs. Let's nab ourselves a thief.
Hey. The core.
Don't leave yet. Our crook is lurking close by.
It's start. Is it?
Nice thought, but the Carmen note mentioned a thing that starts the Model T, not a horse carriage.
But carriage starts with a car, Ivan. Oh, it's the arc lamp. Oh yeah, it's just the photograph on thing.
We've illuminated no one at the arc lamp.
Oh. A battery.
Bullseye on the battery. Edison invented it to start up Ford's new Model T.
You Acme airheads will never put the bite on me.
Whoa! Decryption charged right out of that battery. After her.
Too bad, Acme agents. You may have found me, but my vile force field generator will keep you from grabbing me. You'll never hack through.
Bummer! The Force isn't with us when it comes to that force field. We need to knock it out of commission somehow.
Probably something like... that? Then we spin it.
Bummer! The filament fizzled, breaking the electric circuit. We need a better bulb to fry that force field.
Nice bulb you have there. Not.
Yeah, let's steal that one that we just made.
That old test bulb had to make way for Edison's latest model. Looks good.
I got it. How many Acme agents does it take to screw in a light bulb?
2, because it's hard. Hard, D.
Great work! You shorted out the force field machine, and I've slapped the cuffs on decryption. We are one step closer to Carmen.
But the cuffs are still in our inventory, Ivan. Ivan, please.
Your hacking days are scrambled for good, D.
Yeah. You may have crashed my code, but you won't get Carmen.
Yay for you! You engineered an elegant solution to that problem. Decryption is in the cooler, and Edison is in the history books thanks to your fast thinking. Because of you, Time Inspector, the world is a brighter place 24 hours a day. Looks like you've caught all of Carmen's creeps. But there's still a major problem dead ahead. Can I put you on a very big new case, pronto?
Okay. I don't even know. I can't remember who is the ally with the next one. But, funny that you brought up Soviet, Plato. Because,
You're headed for the early 1960s and Star City, USSR. Yuri Gagarin is supposed to be blasting off as the first man in space, but there's a problem. He's not on board his rocket. There's got to be a very clever criminal behind this.
Nope, we're back to Ivan again.
Guide for this case. I hope the two of you can connect with the cosmonaut and make the countdown happen. 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be so thrilled to have an American walk into the Cosmodrome. Oh hey!
Looking for something, time snoopers? I'll bet you are. Well, I'm finished with your little chrono skimmer, so you can have it back. That is, if you can find where I've stashed it. Oh, and don't mind me. I'll just be making my getaway. Have fun.
Holy time tunnels! We almost had Carmen in our cuffs, but she slipped away.
Star City, we have problem. It seems the rocket has experienced some tampering. Liftoff postponed until further notice.
Tampering, eh? Sounds like quite a time crime.
Sounds so
Let's check it out.
sad. I can see that note.
Hey now, the KGB wouldn't like us pocketing government property.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
This big ship is called the Vostok 1, and that little fella is Yuri Gagarin, Russian cosmonaut. According to history, he's about to be the first man in space.
Suffering Soviet catastrophes. While boarding my rocket, I noticed an unauthorized woman messing with the equipment and had to abort the launch. Now I can't strap back into my capsule until the computer clears me for takeoff.
Uh-oh. Yuri Gagarin, the first man almost into space. Won't sound too good in the history books. Let's get to work.
All right.
До свидания.
Back here.
Fascinating. This computer will run a simulated rocket flight if we feed it the right punch cards. Yuri can't blast off until the computer verifies a safe flight sequence.
We want... mix fuel?
Whoa! Let's not fool around with the punch cards until we talk
Why
to
do
an
we have to
official
talk
Russian
to
cosmonaut.
NPCs,
Let's hit the
Ivan?
rocket pad.
Yuri,
Who has
please.
tampered with my rocket? I thought this site was secure.
And yet,
Basic concept of a rocket flight is most simple. First, rocket roars up into space. Small capsule at top detaches and begins orbiting around the Earth with one smiling Russian inside.
Okay.
Eventually, orbiting capsule slows down. Re-entering atmosphere, it crashes down to Earth. Boom. But hopefully, Comrade Yuri will float softly down in parachute instead. Well, you could run a flight simulation on the mission control computer. If it works, the countdown will start, and I will be able to re-enter my rocket and blast off. It simulates a rocket flight plan using a series of special cards. If the cards are ordered correctly, the simulation will run successfully and the Vostok countdown will begin again.
Alright. I don't know if we need the advice for... Can we just go in and... You want, mix fuel? Ignite fuel? Oxygen. Hatch boosters. Then we're coming down. We want the retro rockets. We want the heat shield.
This punch card tells the computer to use the heat shield.
Yes, thank you, Ivan. We want the ejector. And we want the parachute. Cute!
How about we run a simulated flight, Inspector?
Take off. Oh no! Gotta drop the boosters first. Okay.
The computer didn't like that flight plan.
Okay, so we want to swap the oxygen card and that one. I think I've got everything else. Okay, we take off. Yeah! I can breathe! Breathing with thumbs up.
This is totally excellent. The computer simulation verified we have a healthy rocket, and the countdown is running again. Let's go make sure Yuri is back in his rocket. Well, let's check out the final report. Coaxial fibrillator in alignment, inertial insulation active, and... Hey, wait a minute! What's this on the other side? Holy mackerel! It's a note from Carmen Sandiego!
Why would she leave a note for us? Sorry, Time Inspector, but I couldn't hang around. I've left this chrono skimmer in a flying lost and found. I reason you deserve a chance to find the thing, of course. I recommend you take a peek near Yuri's main fuel source.
Bummer! I think Carmen may have put the chrono skimmer in the rocket, which is about to blast off. Hurry! We've got to find it!
Go!
Star City, this is Comrade Yuri Gagarin, ready for final countdown at T-minus... what are you comrades doing back here? I'm about to finally blast off.
Sorry, Yuri.
I want to go to space, Yuri. I want to go to space.
And we've got to find it.
Well, by Lenin's whiskers, hurry. This is a solo mission. 3 comrades in the capsule is a crowd.
It's his main fuel. It's food.
Of course. Yuri's main fuel supply isn't rocket fuel, it's human fuel. Food.
Delicious human fuel.
Woohoo!
Can you close that?
Skimmer! Oh, fantastic. Now the moose. And don't forget to close the door. There will be quite a draft outside in just a few
Close
seconds.
the cupboard, Ivan.
Right, we're out of here. Good luck, Yuri. Way cool! Yuri Gagarin has
That
blasted
was in a
toward
different
his proper
gameplay,
orbit
though.
in world history. And now that we've got the chrono skimmer, we can tunnel through time directly to chase down Carmen Sandiego. Let's go!
So do they all have some training in using the chrono skimmer?
Excellent work. Not only did you get Yuri out into space on time, but you retrieved Acme's most important crime-fighting device, the chrono skimmer. For that, I'm proud to promote you to the highest rank a time pilot can achieve. You are now a time sleuth. Ta-da!
Oh boy, everyone, we're a time sleuth.
But there's no time for basking in your glory. Carmen is still out there, traveling the time tunnels, and until she's locked away, history won't be safe. Your next case.
We are, in
will be your
fact,
biggest.
sleuth
Chasing Carmen
space-time.
herself. Say you'll take it right now.
Yes. Yes, I'll take it.
Now the chase has changed, Time Sleuth. You've got the chrono skimmer, so you can go anywhere in time. Carmen, on the other hand, can only retrace the time tunnel she's already made.
Oh
Since
yeah, the
you're going
posse!
after the most elusive thief of all time, you'll need all the help you can get.
We're going with the
sending
posse,
all of
everyone!
Acme's good guides to help you out. You're the best team ever assembled, so don't let me down.
She's heading towards the Middle Ages. Let's go!
You may have recovered your chronoskimmer and canned all my cohorts, but if you try to catch me, you'll be history. Speaking of which, that's exactly where I'm going. I'm off to complete Project History Sweep. Au revoir.
Greetings.
Let me see if I can remember how the heck this puzzle's.
With your help, I successfully subdued those Saxon hordes. The Doomsday Book was recovered, and I am still holding my throne. Please stay for another fancy feast.
Thanks for the invitation, but we're on the trail of a master criminal decked out in red.
Have you seen our mysterious woman?
Truly? I just recently met a woman wearing a red robe as long as my moat is wide.
Who does she want to
said
meet?
She planned to take sides with an almost emperor who feared the Ides of March.
What's she want to
I
do?
overheard her say she would dock into an aqueduct.
Where'd she go?
She muttered something about Roman to the capital of a great empire.
Haha, great. Okay, thanks. Oh, we actually have to slide it? Well, it's Rome.
Hail, travelers.
I guess they sent us with the posse so that they didn't have just some random new person that entered.
Hello, friends. Thank you for fixing the Roman sewers and recovering the Forum. You missed a splendid party. Please stay for the next one.
Hi there, Julius. We'd love to hang, but we're short on time. We're scoping the thieving trail of a woman dressed in red.
Have you seen our mysterious woman?
Red, you say? I just spoke with a woman in dashing red garments, as confident as a queen. She reminded me of Cleopatra.
Oh no. Who did she want to meet?
She hoped to meet a cranky composer.
Alright. Thanks. Gotta go up to Beethoven.
Encore! And do it again, too.
That means big.
Hello, grand to see you again. Since you helped me with mine 5th and 6th symphonies, acclaim and fame have been mine. Would you like to hear mine latest masterpiece?
Great to see you, Ludwig, but we can't delay. We're trailing a classic criminal dressed in brilliant red.
Have you seen her?
Red, you say? Why, I spoke with a woman not a day ago who was wrapped in a long red coat and possessed a notably bold manner.
I mean, she actually just wanted to fill her autograph.
She planned to meet a famous queen of the
Her
Nile.
autograph book. No, as you do. Hey.
Welcome.
The final exam is going well.
My temple is
Setsu,
honored
please
by
tell
your
us.
reappearance. My reign as pharaoh is proceeding splendidly since you found the Book of the Dead for me. Would you care to take a dip in the Nile?
I don't think that's a good
Hello,
idea.
Hatshepsut. We're glad things are going swimmingly, but we don't have time for a dip. We're trying to put the finger on a master tomb thief, wrapped in red.
Have you seen our mysterious woman?
Why, I did see an unusual figure passing by my
I don't think you
temple.
need a time machine for that.
I confronted her because the color red can only be worn by royalty in Egypt.
What did she want to meet?
She said she wanted to meet another great queen who commissioned voyages to a vast fertile continent.
Okay, thanks. Really?
Welcome to my court. How
Isabella,
excellent
please tell
to
us
see you
things.
again. We've had nothing but smooth sailing since you put Columbus back on course. Have
I
you
hope we don't have to
returned
go
from
literally
further
everywhere in
voyaging?
history.
Our apologies, Queen Isabella, but our sailing days are done. Now that things here are on an even keel, we need to tack towards a crafty crook. Seen anyone?
Have you seen our mysterious woman?
I was about to
Why do I
take
have to
a
ask
siesta
this?
when
They
a
ask it.
scarlet señorita sailed through here. She was seeking a safe harbor, but could only stay for a moment.
You're probably right.
She mentioned a meeting with some very independent legislators.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Well, are we just time traveling in front of them? Showing off our
You have
time
my
wizard
eternal
powers?
gratitude for helping us with the Declaration of Independence. Thanks to you, our revolution is rolling. You are, dare I say it, at liberty to stay with us as long as you like.
Thanks, Ben, but we can only stay a minute. We're on the trail
We
of a
can
master
stay as
thief
long
wearing
as
a
we
red
want,
coat.
Politics. We have a time machine.
Did you say red coat? I saw a woman fitting that description a short time ago. These days, wearing red does not go unnoticed.
Who did she want to meet?
She mentioned that she was inking a deal with a print specialist.
Okay, thanks. I love how they're probably very confused about why we're asking just, like, quick questions like that. Did we get the chicken back?
Our investigation can start with Mr. Gutenberg.
No, I want to go out there
He
and
may
talk
have
to the chicken
seen
island.
something.
Fine.
Ah, my friends, wunderbar. The printing press has been quite busy since you cleverly recovered my Bible. Would you care to join my next print run?
Thanks, Johann, but we need to press on. We're trying to cuff a supremely sneaky
wait.
woman, all decked out in
I
red.
just realized what the chicken was for. It was there as a red herring for when you were making the ink in this level. You had to give him the lamp. Be like, ah, lamp black. I think if you had given him the sooty chicken, he'd be like, I can't make ink out of this.
Why, a charming woman in red just passed through here. We almost inked a printing deal together. She went to share a cup of cocoa and astrological advice with a certain Central Emperor.
He was to elaborate. Is exactly what we're doing. Bye.
Welcome back. Greetings once again. Thanks to your headdress help, the fire ceremony was a success,
And we've not
and the
all
sun was not
died.
snuffed out. Can you sacrifice some time for a visit?
Sorry, Montezuma, but we can't stop for long. We're pursuing a master thief in a blazing red hat.
Have you seen this lady?
A red hat, you say? Why, a woman with a headdress like the setting sun just blazed through here.
What did she want to meet?
I saw her write down an idea about visiting the world's first novelist.
Okay, thanks. I mean, maybe, but do you want to miss this fascinating, like, time conversation, Propalian?
Hello again. Welcome back to Japan. Since you returned the moon to my chamber, I've been able to write again. Prince Genji has had many exploits, and my novel is almost complete. We must celebrate.
Because for all we know, there are
Murasaki.
loops
Glad to hear your
hidden
novel's
in there
going
to
well.
prevent you from just
Sorry, but we can't stay
skipping
long.
around.
We're hot on the heels of a notorious red-clothed crook.
I did see a tall foreigner in a dashing and unusual red outfit, but it wasn't a kimono. We exchanged inspired verse for a time. I almost wrote a poem about her marvelous
The
red
real
hat.
reason Carmen Sandiego is time traveling to get compliments for her hat and jacket.
She said she planned to exchange some words with a woman renowned for her translating talents.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Greetings, friends.
Back to A posing Sacagawea.
Thanks to you,
We overcame a mountain of trouble, and now the core of discovery can continue on its journey. Would you like to join us?
We'd love to, Sacagawea, but we're tracking a tricky thief.
Have you seen her?
Strange that you should ask. A woman dressed in red just blazed a trail through this wilderness.
It's one of those.
She was preparing for a private powwow with someone who could shed light on her inventive ideas.
Thanks. That gives us here.
Good day. Welcome back to the Menlo Park Labs, my friends. Since you helped finish my filament, affordable light bulbs have been lighting up everywhere. Interested in joining my research team?
So I can steal your
Sorry,
inventions?
Edison. We deeply dig inventing some stuff with you, but we can't stay long. We're chasing
Speak
down
for
a
yourself,
world-class
Ivan.
innovator in the field of thievery. She tends to dress in red.
I wish I was a world-class innovator in the field of thievery.
You don't say. Well, just moments ago, I conversed with a striking woman in a long red coat. Oh, there was quite a spark between us.
I did not need to know that,
She
Edison.
planned a gab with a ruler known for his generous gifts of gold.
Okay, thanks, bye. Get out of here, you creep.
Salam, travelers. Welcome, my friends. I am happy to see you. The salt you brought me made my pilgrimage possible. You will please me enormously if you choose to stay in Mali.
Why, hello, Mansa Musa. Thanks for the invitation, but we can't stay long. We're on the trail of a brilliant hoodlum. You haven't seen a woman dressed in red, have you?
Hoodlum. Hoodlum.
Why, yes, I did see such a woman. You say she is a thief? My goodness, I took her for a diplomat from faraway lands.
Who did she want to meet?
She said something about meeting a certain dramatic queen.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Hail and well met, fellows.
No, this is how we got different diseases. Hey, yeah, no, this would be where she
Welcome,
went.
dear friends. Ever since you helped with the Globe's War, the play business has been booming. Would you care to join my growing troupe?
We'd love to, Will, but we're on the trail of a wily woman, a criminal genius sporting a crimson hat.
Have you seen our mysterious
By
woman?
my troth, a woman in a red-brimmed hat nearly stole the scene here a short time ago.
Did she want to meet?
She announced, by faith, plans to meet a fellow named Leif.
Alright. So we need to slide all the way back. Here.
Greetings. Hail, travelers. Thanks to you, my troubles are a thing of the past. Greenland and I will soon be reunited.
We're glad to see everything is shipshape, Leif. Sorry to intrude, but we're searching for a slippery female suspect.
Did you say female? A formidable female just rushed through here faster than a Norse raid.
Who did she want to meet?
She said she knew a man who could send her into orbit.
We're just looping back. Oh no. Eh. Did you just see that present day was one of the options? No, you didn't.
Comrade, you've returned. Thanks to you, I was the first man in space. I owe my orbit to you. Please, stay for a proper Russian celebration.
Hello, Yuri. We'd love to stay, but we're hot on the exhaust trail of a master thief in red. We can't let her reach escape velocity.
Woman in red, you say? I believe I met this clever comrade. Such a mysterious appearance. I thought she was KGB.
Good, good. Keep it that way. I was like, oh yeah, I thought she was secret police.
Duh, I think she said something about meeting the son of the sun god.
Okay, thanks. Bye. I have such a mental image of just everyone being so confused.
By Viracocha, you have returned! With the recovery of the royal quipus, food transport is again back to normal. Would you care to watch the activity with me?
Thanks for your hospitality, Great Inca, but we're on a tight timetable. We're scouting for a clever thief, cloaked in red.
A woman in red? Ah, yes. I thought she was a messenger from the far reaches of my empire. My empire encompasses many distinct peoples, you see. She said she wanted to meet
I mean, it's a puzzle if you're,
Mongol.
like, a small child. I got distracted.
She said she wanted to
Okay. Like, if you're a small child, then you're probably feeling, like, super clever for knowing where to go. But yeah, no, this is kind of just a, hey, do you remember everything?
Thanks to your smooth work with my precious oils, I have become close friends with Marco Polo, a most talented young man. Please, join me for some tea to celebrate.
We'd love to stay and chat, Kubla, but we're on something of a mission. We're chasing an arch thief who wears an excess of red.
Have you seen our mysterious woman?
Ah, perhaps you refer to a smooth-tongued woman who slipped by here not long ago. She borrowed some of my oil, claiming she needed it to grease the wheels of her escape.
Sure, that's not suspicious at all.
She said she'd thought of an inventive way to meet a certain Italian inventor.
Hey, thanks. Bye.
Hey, who's that?
It me.
Ah, hello again. Now that I've finished the Mona Lisa, thanks to you, of course, my studies in science, art, and humor have flourished. Well, the science and art, anyway.
Glad to hear things are going well, Leonardo. You do seem a little funnier. A little. Sorry for barging in, but we're on the trail of a cunning criminal dressed in red. Have you seen her?
Are you referring to a beautiful woman in a red hat, perhaps? I offered to paint her portrait, but she just smiled and disappeared.
Carmen Sandiego takes,
She said she was interested in seeing one person, chiefly.
Ah, there we go. Carmen Sandiego is just really into this thing called hide and go seek. Well, she said she wanted to go see the chief.
Where is it? Aha!
Not the stool fire!
I believe it's time to rise to the occasion. Good try, good guide, but I'm afraid you're too late. I have what I came for, and I just don't have time to chat.
Bye! The good thing that rock's strong enough to stop a car.
You nabbed Carmen Sandiego just as she was about to complete Project History Sweep, a plan to steal a certain Acme dossier. Why would Carmen be after such a file? Well, now that you have proven yourself to be among Acme's elite, I can let you in on a piece of top secret, confidential, highly classified information.
Oh boy.
Carmen Sandiego was once an Acme detective.
What?
Yes,
No.
that's right, Time Sleuth. Carmen was one of our brightest stars, rising from a gumshoe to a master detective faster than any agent in Acme history. Unfortunately, catching crooks became too easy for Carmen. She needed greater intellectual challenge. And what could be more challenging than outsmarting Acme? Her personal dossier records the sad tale of how Carmen turned from our best agent to our most formidable opponent. Carmen must have thought that by stealing this file, she could obliterate her past. But due to your brilliant sleuthing, her top secret history is still intact. And Carmen Sandiego is finally behind bars where she belongs. I thank you. Acme thanks you. And history thanks you.
You may have prevented me from erasing my own embarrassing Acme history. But rest assured, given time, you won't hold on to Carmen Sandiego for long.
So yeah, that was the game. I just would like to point out that yes, every single like theft in history was all just apparently distractions so she could come in and steal one file. Oh yeah, no, Carmen could just like, I don't know, bend over a little. Maybe she's worried about like frying her coat or something. But yeah, that was Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time. Or Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, depending on which version you got. And yeah, I think I'm gonna actually oh, sorry. Sorry about that. But yeah, no. Can you imagine being so bored that you're just like, I guess. Also, I should probably move to my, my words. Words are hard. That's why I've been streaming for the last couple. Move back out to my outro screen. Yay! We're done. But yeah, no, she screwed over like 10 Master Thieves. Mostly because she was just bored. I mean, arguably she helped out Acme because they all were behind bars too. Not that we saw that in the final scene. I hope they all got their own individual cells and not like earlier in the game where they're all just in the same place. I don't know what I'm planning for next week. I have a few ideas. I'm gonna have to think about them over this coming week. I am going like full-time at work, so I might be a little distracted, but I'll figure something out. Yeah, no, Acme mainly cares about their reputation. And also needed like 5 people to tackle Carmen, including someone who was strong enough to grab her car and stop it from driving off. Amazing. Anyway, it has been almost 3 hours, and it was nice to hang out, and, well, to finally put a wraps to the crimes of this Carmen Sandiego lady. So, farewell everyone. I hope you have a good night, and I hope to see you the next time I stream. Goodbye.